like better thing? She do like better thing. Who no like better thing? Who no like better thing? All I like better thing. She do like better thing.
Right, it's peppering Brighton and Hove Albion at the Villa Park this afternoon. Scoreline: Aston Villa, Brighton and Hove Albion 3-0. At the score, we have a brace coming from Oli Watkins and an on goal from a Stupian there at the Villa Park. How are you this afternoon? It is Saturday Sports Safari. Check your time, 1:16. DJ Olex on the mix. Very soon, Olex will be live, playing all the jams. My name is Favor Olarutola. Well, very soon also we'll have, some people call me to talk about the sports. I have Eric Tanak complaining about the squad here, about how much they have to do. The players being stressed. Is it indeed a player has been stressed or the fact that you don't really know what you are doing? Because I heard someone asking, why is it that Brighton went to go and beat Manchester City, Manchester United, and then they can't beat ordinary Aston Villa. We've had 47 minutes right here at a time. Very soon we'll know if Aston Villa will actually defeat Brighton in the next half. But on the show, it's all about music, sports talks, and everything entertainment. It's not about sports alone. We give you everything, just everything that you need to know. I'll go back to the music box very soon. When I come back, we'll talk extensively on the issues right from this week and also the Eric Tanak matter. Let you know how it's going to be for the March day 2 of the UEFA Champions League. Stay tuned.
I don't wanna spend the night alone in solo. Para YOLO. Anything I need, I take come for my polo. I'm getting money, I'm getting lucky. I hear you calling, you're up to something. Para give me love. If you don't get love, give me trouble. If you don't get back, give me front. Just give me something. No, no FOMO. Para. She said, don't you keep me waiting, no. Make me proud like Papilo. Do it like a Latino. Quiero que tú sepas, I'm getting money, I'm getting lucky. I hear you calling, you're up to something. Give me love. If you don't get love, give me trouble. If you don't get back, give me front. Just give me something.
money can you go. I want to in London, money can you post code. We only got one life, I believe in YOLO. And I be trying for life, show you see the logo. Standard living, and trying in California. To understand how we dey move, you gon' need encyclopedia. My body life is a movie. Oh, Judy, I know fit talk am. Them be a caddy. Oh, caddy day, oh yeah, pick one, oh yeah, pick two, oh yeah, check up. We dey deliver, then we lock up. LB mention in the drop top. I'll back in follow instruction. Give me liquor, give me ginger. That's a feel not done, need to sing that. So you spend million on the finger. Carry my tag, go Jerry Springer. I'm chillin' with the vibe. Money can you go. I want to be in London. Money can you post code. We only got one life. I believe in YOLO. And I be trying for life. Show you see the logo.
I'm not feeling the way I'm supposed to feel, but I'm okay. But I'm alright. I'm about to say, I'm not feeling the way I'm supposed to feel, but I'm okay. But I'm alright. I'm about to say, I don't feel good, I won't feel better. I don't troll, I'm a plenty banger. I know like y'all, I know like Spanda. Then throw her back to sender. Back to sender. I want to look good. I wish you don't shake you. When you're the look good. If you look good. When you look good. I want to look good. If you look good. I wish you don't shake you. When you're the look good. If you look good. When you look good.
Back when I had no car, you still be riding for me. Back when I had no rubber, you still be spending feelings. Back when I had no boss, you still be standing with me. Back when I had nobody, I had you. If you like, show me what you really feel inside. Let me kiss you on your lips. If you like, we can both decide. Baby, let me kiss you on your lips. Look on me,
I love DJ OX.
Back when I'm thinking fat, now you they bring me back. Back when I don't get liver, now you they boost my morale. Back when I never go Yankee, but now you go on my visa. Back when the thing no sure, now you they give me joy. If you like, show me what you really feel inside. Let me kiss you on your lips. If you like, we can both decide.
Ngobi full fussy bafake chive Riga nota seba mbona chandi Atini ndingi figili umshino chigile Hlanganisa kipikaya Sisheke aye shile shaka Matala matala bazokala ngale nabana Mafushi full fighting Kalaga Tesela tukutela bazokala Tipikala kala Sama sama ushina manama waya wa Matala matala bazokala ngale nabana Mafushi full fighting Kalaga Tesela tukutela bazokala Tipikala kala Sama sama ushina manama waya wa
fit to be wise, you know. They lead it strong man, yo. See as them they look, yo. All eyes for me like a Tupac, yo. I keep them Balenciaga, they shady milli, a too bad, yo. I know they for your chit chat, yo. Carry your matter, they go TikTok, yo. My gentle days don't go. I know they look back, yo.
I love DJ OX.
Keep it 93.9.
Ladies and gentlemen, this dance you're about to see right now is called Tinubu dance. Are you ready to give me that dance right now? Oh yeah, everybody go say Tinubu dance. You go to dance. 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 Hey, oh yeah, baba dance. Oh yeah, baba dance. Hey, don't talk. Tinubu dance. We go to dance. I be never talk. Tinubu dance. We go to dance. Show you buy you car. Tinubu dance. We go to dance. I be never buy. Tinubu dance. We go to dance. This is sick of fun. Tinubu dance. We go to dance. I be never drop. Tinubu dance. We go to dance. Say you love you dance. Tinubu dance. Ladies and gentlemen, this dance you're about to see right now is called Tinubu dance. Are you ready to give me that dance right now? Oh yeah, everybody go say Tinubu dance. You go to dance. 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 Hey, oh yeah, baba dance. Oh yeah, baba dance. Hey, don't talk. Tinubu dance. We go to dance. I be never talk. Tinubu dance. We go to dance. Show you buy you car. Tinubu dance. We go to dance. I be you never buy. Tinubu dance. We go to dance. This is sick of fun. Tinubu dance. We go to dance. I be you never drop. Tinubu dance. We go to dance.
I love DJ OX.
We go to dance. I be you never view. Tinubu dance. We go to dance. Say your wife don't born. Tinubu dance. We go to dance. I be you never born.
We'll be back with more hit music after this commercial.
Dynamic Pillars Montessori International Schools, Ibadan. The latest admirable, attractive, and acceptable Montessori schools in Ibadan City with global standard of teaching, unique learning aids, and world-class academic facilities in a serene environment. Wow! Few students in a class with all conveniences, parent and guidance. Dynamic Pillars is the best place where your dearest child can have the best educational legacy. The school has the best set of professional teachers with brilliant and effective educational activities such as Montessori skills, smart helping game clinic for vocabulary development, arts, crafts and design, diction and communication, French, music and game language mechanics, indoor and outdoor games, and lots more. Available classes are crèche, daycare, preschool, after school, primary and secondary school classes from JSS1. Entrance examination on request. Enroll your child now at Dynamic Pillars Montessori International Schools, New Garage Bus Stop at Pata or First Gate, Owode Estate at Pata, Ibadan. Telephone 080-2342-1126. Dynamic Pillars Schools. Your child deserves the best.
Omo, our eye don't see way for this cash palava. As conductor they shout.
As you enter, so enter with your change.
Market women go dey holla.
I beg, this somebody don't say I no fit collect now.
Supermarket people go dey tell you say.
Okay, we no get change. I beg, use and take sweet now.
When you consider better yama roasted fish without the hungry you since in come.
I no carry my wallet come out too.
See, life not suppose hard like this, so now you make all of us for Nigeria they pay for everything with Momo. Dial star 671 hash or download the new Momo app. Make you follow enjoy this better life. Momo, better than cash.
One day, na so bag with plenty money just appear for inside one Olanrewaju compound. 2 seconds, everywhere boss.
Let me get a bag. May nobody see my red eye.
Hey.
Let me face him. We cannot see you near.
You say waiting. As the landlord of this yard, so me be the rightful owner of that
Hey, Oga landlord, what could not find your size? We die here.
Have come on, see. Come on, you won't collect.
Now who come get this bag? Now for the new series, Akpo, we go know.
Follow the Yawa way, Buster.
Take off this bag where money full on top the new Africa Magic Show. Akpo. Come see the long throat and Kasala West Ground from 18 September every Monday and Tuesday by 6:30 for evening on Top Africa Magic Yoruba Channel 2. Go TV. Love it.
Hey kids, are you ready for the October 1st party? Well, there is more. Small Foods is coming on Tehila with amazing gift prizes this Sunday. I'm talking about cartons of biscuits, cartons of Yali bread, packs of sweets and chewing gum, teacaps, t-shirts, and so much more. Tune in 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. with Vic Riches this Sunday to participate and win. Small Foods, love at first bite. Exclusive to Solutions 93.9.
To promise me forever. I no go lie, I know be the type to scope you. I don't give you my heart, baby girl, I will love you. I think I met you before, girl. You light up my world, girl. You must be a superstar. I wanna know who you are. I wanna be where you are, where you are, where you are. It's true the girls that left me, why me? Baby, I swear that you they hate me. Forget the girls that just to try me. Baby, I swear that you they hate me. It's true the girls that love me, why me? Baby, I swear that you they hate me. Forget the girls that just to try me. Baby, I swear that you they hate me. Say that you they hate me. Say that you they hate me. Say that you they hate me. Baby, that you they hate me.
I cannot but laugh. Tommy came in, I was like, is this a live game? Tommy, really, honestly, it's a live game. Aston Villa 3, Brighton and Hove Albion 0. And you begin to ask the question, what is wrong with Brighton and Hove Albion today? Because I know Brighton to be a team that you cannot infiltrate. I mean, if a Manchester United player was asking me why why Brighton could defeat Manchester United and they cannot defeat Aston Villa. I mean, I had to go back to the log and check the standings for the position Aston Villa is at the moment. They are fourth as we speak. If they can maintain how they are defeating Brighton and Hove Albion today.
Yeah. Good afternoon to the listeners out there. Favor, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Yeah, it's a nice day to be in the studio. Well, when I came in, I thought I was seeing an old game. That was why I asked you. Is this a live game?
Live and direct.
Because of the scoreline, I was like, what's going on?
Those goals were scored within 26 minutes. See, within 26 minutes of the game. Although there was an own goal by Estupiñán, but Oli Watkins as a brace are ready. 2 of the goals were from Oli Watkins.
Oh, thank God for that. You know why I'm saying thank God for that? Yeah.
Why? You have him in your phone.
Thank God for Watkins, on that level. But looking at the game, and it's kind of surprising because we don't expect Brighton to suffer this kind of result. We know what Brighton have done this season. From last season, we know how impressive they've been. Beating some of the bigger teams. So that was why I was kind of surprised seeing this score. Now it's 3-1 actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but looking at Aston Villa also, Aston Villa is not also a bad side. If you look at what they've done since Emery took over last season. So I wouldn't be too surprised. It's 2 good teams, going against each other. So I think it's now boils down to who delivers more on the day. So, but looking at the game now, I think Brighton is trying to come back. They've gotten a goal back now, and it's still like a long time. So anything can still happen in this game.
Anything can still happen. VAR is about to check it. I mean, those last 2 goals were being verified by the VAR, and then it was allowed. I don't know if Ansu Fati's goal will be allowed this afternoon. Let's move away from Aston Villa and talk about the injuries as we speak. Now, I have an update right here from Erik ten Hag concerning Manchester United squad. Speaking about the load on the players, how far they need to go, and then we talk about the injury in Chelsea as well, and move over to other stories this afternoon. It's Saturday Sports Safari right here on your Remedy Radio Dial Solutions 93.9 FM.
We already did. We already expanded the squad this season because you make the reason clear. We had a World Cup in the middle of the season. We had a longer season. We had to play a longer season as well. FA Cup, then Nations League games, then a shorter break. And every time the schedule is expanding, and the load on the players is just too much. It's such a great overload. But many colleagues of me already pointing to that, and I have pointed to that as well. But it kept going. We keep expanding the shadow, but anywhere it will stop. Then players can't deal anymore with this overload, and that is, I think, what you see across many squads in this moment.
Agree to disagree with Erik ten Hag?
Yeah, absolutely. Everything he said is totally on point. Even listening to him speak, you want to feel for him and
feel for who?
some of the
other sorry, I've forgotten I was speaking to Manchester United fan. No wonder you're feeling for your coach.
No, he stated the facts right there. It's true. The load on the players these days is crazy. You look at this season, teams have been have been going down with injuries with their main players, and this is not a coincidence. it started from last season. If you look at last season, was even a bit extended because we had a World Cup in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
So and that contributed to all these issues we have now with players, getting injured one after the other like flies. So, like I said, the load on the players is just too much. You have so many games in the season. You have club matches, you have club tournaments, you have international tournaments, friendlies, just too much games for the players. And these players, you might want to say, well, maybe they have no choice, but some people might want to say, yeah, they are professionals, they get paid, but
we are all human beings.
These people are human beings. The body. There's a time when the physical takes a toll on the body. So, and this is what we're seeing now. You have players playing 60, 70 games in a season, and you expect them to continue like that back to back. It's not. You definitely have what we're seeing.
People will say they had a break. They had a break. Now you're trying to wait. Hold on. You're trying to consider the professional angle that yes, they're getting paid, but the Chelsea squad right now, very new to the Premier League. With although we have some old players that have the major injuries. So what would you now say about that? They are not also, they've not been involved in the Champions League, the Europa, and other champions, the Carabao, and the likes of it like that.
Yeah, you look at Chelsea. Chelsea is even a very, very sad case. They have, I think, a first 11 of injured players, and they have some few players on the injury bench, if I call it like that. So for Chelsea, you mentioned those players. Chelsea have a totally new squad, but look at those players they've got. Go and look at where they are coming from. They've been playing, seasons past. Last season, many of those players played in their the previous clubs where they came from. So definitely is a continuation. Is a continuation of the trend. We have players that have played too many games and they barely have time to rest. Look at the summer break. You have maybe just roughly a month, and after that, clubs go back to preseason. They start again for 10, 9, 11 months like that. So and these players they are human beings basically. And what Ten Hag said right there is I totally support him. Something has to be done, or else it's going to come to a stage whereby you won't even see you won't be seeing the big name players because of all these things happening, injury, treatment and all that. It's just a very, very even I was reading Pep Guardiola's interview yesterday. He said until the players take a stand, the players have to. It's the players themselves that will come out and change it, because nobody will do it for them. They are the what is it called? They are the main. Without the players, there's nothing. The players are the ones that in the spotlight. Without them, we can't have football. And so I think the players themselves have to come out and maybe form, make how would I put it
a public statement.
Yeah, make a statement. Just to look at how can maybe reduce the number of games or reduce the load on particular players, because it's just if you look. I was looking at Chelsea's team last some days back. Over 11 first team players out with injury. Now Manchester United have 8 players right now, on the injury list. Arsenal is like 7, and you have teams like that, and these are key players. So when you have that situation, what we see on the pitch won't even be up to the standard we expect from most of the big teams. Even Man City also. The other day, Pep Guardiola was saying they're in trouble. Last week, he said they're in trouble. Yeah,
they're in trouble, but the man is still gunning for trouble.
Yeah, but basically, every team is going to suffer this season. The way it's going, the injuries and everything going on.
Aside from the injuries, let's consider another factor: the extension in extra time.
Exactly, that's another. In fact, that's another major issue, because when that new rule came in before the Premier League started. Rafael Varane came out and said the football authorities, they don't consider the players, because how would they find the Premier League is trying to cut down on dissent, on bad behavior and time wasting, most importantly. That's why they said every time is going to be accounted for, and that's why we have all those long stoppages. But on the other hand, you look at it, those long stoppages directly is the players that are involved. It affects, because the players. Normally, when you play 90 minutes game, you expect maybe 4 minutes added time, 3 minutes. But now you're having added time of 9-10 minutes. Sometimes even you get up to 15 minutes of added time. And the players have extended time on the pitch of play. That time could have been, you can be allowed them to rest, reduce the number. So it's still part of it, like you said. That new rule is also something that maybe might need to reconsider. But though for me personally, I'm in support of that rule because players themselves they waste too much time on the field.
Especially when we look at the scoreline now for Brighton and Hove Albion and Aston Villa.
So I'm in favor of that rule, but that is not to say the workload, the number of games, something should be done about. Something really needs to be done because it cannot continue like this. I remember last season, Kevin De Bruyne, after one of Belgium's game, he came out, even Thiago Courtois, he came out to say they are dying. Like he said that because of the amount of games they have to play, games are packed into a very tight schedule, and they expect these players to always turn up. So it's something the football authorities just need to take a look at. If you want to keep getting the best of football, as we've been saying.
All right, getting the best of football here. It's Solutions 93.9 FM. This is Saturday Sports Safari. Tommy right here with me in the studio, DJ Olexa on the ones and twos. And you can join us live on Facebook. Let us discuss. Imafoja Peter, good afternoon to you. Atobatele Luakaude, up Gunners. O'Shea, and then I have Sakiru there on Facebook. To join us, it is Solutions 939 FM. Speaking of the workload, March day 2 in the Champions League. Let's see how it's going to pan out.
Match day 2 of the Champions League is set to be a thrilling affair as Union Berlin face Braga in what promises to be an exciting clash of style and strategies. Salzburg is set to take on Real Sociedad, offering fans a captivating showdown full of skill and determination. FC Copenhagen will challenge the might of Bayern Munich, while Inter Milan will go head-to-head with Benfica. Manchester United is gearing up for a highly anticipated match against Galatasaray as Napoli will clash with Real Madrid in a battle between giants of European football. PSV Eindhoven is scheduled to meet Sevilla, RC Lens will host Arsenal, Antwerp faces Shakhtar Donetsk, Atletico Madrid takes on Feyenoord, Borussia Dortmund welcomes AC Milan, Celtic and Lazio will square off, combining football heritage with contemporary aspirations. Crvena Zvezda goes up against Young Boys, and FC Porto will entertain Barcelona. Newcastle United is set to challenge PSG, RB Leipzig will battle Manchester City, ensuring a high-octane showdown with tactical intrigue on full display.
Welcome back. Let me Ala Madrid a little bit because they are also having this big problem, right? The last game they played, it was a major disaster. And this is the Champions League. They are playing in their league. And I'm like, okay, if Real Madrid is having this problem, I think every other person, every other club can actually say, okay, yes, let us follow and let's make this excuse as well.
There's no excuse to be made.
Are you sure there's no excuse to be? What's the excuse? I mean, I couldn't Ala Madrid recently. Like it was disastrous.
No, you look at for Real Madrid, the problem is clear. The challenge for Real Madrid is clear. Everybody knows when the moment Benzema left the club, they needed to bring in a capable replacement. And since they failed to do that, then we expect that they will get to struggle, and which we've seen so far. Luckily for them, until the last game against Atletico Madrid, they've won the previous game, the 4 games in play, and thanks to Jude Bellingham, who has been the major shining light for them this season. He has been the one rescuing them, since the season began. But against Atletico, he just couldn't do it, and you won't blame the young boy, because you cannot. He has even tried, based on what he has shown so far, but you can't expect him to keep turning up every single game day. It's not going to be. There are days where he's going to have off days, which we saw against Atletico, and that was what happened. For Real Madrid, the problem is very clear. They have problems with scoring. Though they brought in, you expect a team like Real Madrid to replace Benzema, but what did they do? They didn't really make an addition in that regard. Though they brought in Bellingham, and Bellingham has justified his signing, but for Real Madrid, the problem, I don't know what they just need to find it, because if you look at their games this season, it's not as if they've not created chances. They create a lot of chances, but the problem is bearing those chances. And when Benzema was there, many of those chances Benzema always he takes them up and he scores. But this season they've struggled. If not for Bellingham, that that has that instinct, of a box-to-box striker, maybe they will have even suffered more than we've seen so far. But thank God for them. The season is just still in the early stages. Maybe by January they can go ahead to get a capable number 9. Though they have Joselu right now, but you cannot really expect Real Madrid to rely on a player like Joselu for a season as long as this. There's the La Liga is there. You have the Champions League, the Copa del Rey, and also you will need players that will be able to deliver in those situations. So for them, I think they just maybe January they can just get someone that is capable or potent enough to be able to help them. If not, they might really struggle in this season in the La Liga.
Okay, Barcelona too is in the Champions League, and I was here yesterday, and I was able to let people know that Barcelona is in trouble. They have this financial situation, and what they are focusing on right now, it will make you laugh, is because they are not looking for a player they're going to buy. They are not looking for a player that they're going to bring in at exorbitant prices. What they are aiming for is for talent, free agents, and loans, especially those that are no longer in favor of their current club. Jadon Sancho he's on the list. Jadon Sancho is on the list. We'll still talk about his problem with Eric Ten Hag. The list is there. We have Jorginho, part of the list. Anthony Martial is part of the list. We have Kai Havertz, part of the list that Barcelona wants to take. Watkins! Oh, yay! Yay. Hat-trick for Watkins right there. I mean, for those that put this guy in your fantasy Premier League, you are trying. No, it's like I have a replica here sitting beside me. Like, you're so happy. Oh boy. How did you know that they were going to actually get to this point?
I know. No. Watkins has been very good since.
I'm talking about Aston Villa against Brighton over, because I wouldn't even tip Aston Villa to beat.
Aston Villa. You don't discount Aston Villa. Like I said, they've been very good since Unai Emery took over last season.
Yeah.
They were very impressive. They finished 6th last season. And they're even in I think Europa, or is it Conference League? They got into Europe this season. So, and they've carried that form into this season, and it's reflecting of what we are seeing so far. They are playing Brighton, and we know what Brighton has done. This is Brighton that smashed Manchester United last week or the upper week. So they're not going down to Aston Villa. That means it shows you the kind of quality this Aston Villa side is made of.
My God!
And they're also one of the teams to look out for this season. I think they'll pose a lot of challenges to the bigger teams
like Manchester City. Even Manchester City is incredible. This guy is I really don't. This is just not. It's frustrated at the moment. It's like
it's one of those days,
This is all frustration upon frustration. 6 or 6 minutes of Aston Villa, Brighton and Hove Albion 4-1. Let's go back to Barcelona's financial situation and the players that they're aiming for.
Oh, you mean Barcelona?
Barca, yeah.
Well, concerning Barcelona, their financial troubles, it just never ends. Barcelona is like, I was discussing with someone yesterday. Well, we saw in news that they were embroiled in this refereeing case, bribery.
Yeah.
A news came out yesterday that they might be kicked out of the Champions League, based on the findings so far. And you're like, what is going on with Barcelona? It's always from one problem to another since for the past 2 seasons now, since Messi left. It's always one financial problem, one financial issue. There was a time they were even struggling. We saw how they struggled to even sign, to register the players that they signed. That's how bad it was, But now we are seeing the news again that they are also still going through that. Well, I don't know. They just have to find a way around it. I remember, was it last season? Yeah, the beginning of last season. Their president, Bartomeu, he pulled some financial levers. I think, and we discussed it there. I remember, he pulls financial levers just to be able to get some money down to the club to run the club. But still, we know the effect of what the former president did. That was Rosell. Sandro Rosell, he left Barcelona in a very, very terrible financial state, financial mismanagement, if you want to call it. So, and that's the consequence we are seeing right now. They are likely going to sign players on loan or free transfers, which they've been doing so far this for the past 2 seasons. So until they get out of this financial problem, I don't see them splashing money anyhow, like we expect, because you expect. Barcelona is one of the biggest clubs in the world, so, and you hardly associate them with this kind of financial struggles, but it's also sad that they've left things this bad, and it's now catching up to them. I don't know how they're going to get around it, but I just hope maybe they find a way. If they can, the only possible way I think maybe they can have a little bit of better is if they can go far in the competitions, the La Liga, maybe win the La Liga again, then go far in the Champions League, maybe possibly win it. Then at least they can get a little bit of respite in the financial from that and sign players. But with the way the situation is right now, they will continue struggling. If
but the quality of players that they're aiming for, despite the fact they won't be buying them, is it not okay to sustain themselves for a while?
Actually, if you look at those players you reeled out, they are quality. Some of them are maybe out of favor in their previous, or maybe some of them don't even have clubs. So it's good for them. They brought in players like Christensen, Marcos Alonso. Those are quality players, even though they were out of favor from their previous clubs. Alonso was out of favor in Chelsea. Christensen also, and Barcelona was able to even look at what's this guy Cancelo. See what Cancelo is doing for them this season. Very top quality, So and they got him. He's on loan. So those are players that they can take advantage of. In this kind of situation, sign them on loan or maybe possibly free transfer to even ease, because you cannot. Those are quality players. Even you mentioned Sancho. Sancho's case is
we are going to talk about Sancho. I need to go on a music break right now, but let's get this update from Manchester United as Lisandro Martinez will be out for a while till December because of an aggravated foot injury. We're still talking about the injury pile-up, especially for these teams. Well, let's see. When we come back, we'll talk about especially Napoli. I really need us to talk about Napoli and Victor Osimhen. DJ Olex, be watch your bye.
But you got it now, go party. We melody, but you got it now, go change. Baby, money, more confident over. Maybe I'm about to get to know my my lady, your body is unnecessary. My lady, your body is unnecessary. Your body is unnecessary. My lady, your body is unnecessary.
Fine lady, your body is unnecessary. I'm ready. Anything that you want, I'm pretty. Oh, yeah, link up, fire girl. Supposed to give me body non-stop. One more tonjo, and one more tonjo. Spend money non-stop. Fine lady, your body is unnecessary. Fine lady, your body is unnecessary. Sorry, fine lady, your body is unnecessary. Fine lady, your body is unnecessary. Sorry,
How does it feel going from Machine to No Hits?
2 years ago when I was in Machine, some of them there, you know, me see, me till low, I'm a flash, I'm a classy, I'm a fun, let me, my love, come follow me, spend my money, my love, come follow me, spend my, make it follow me, bumper to bumper, make it follow me, bumper to bumper, but we know go stop to celebrate, make it follow me, bumper to bumper, if you want to enjoy, follow my combo, make it follow me, bumper to bumper, if that the lady people come, we celebrate, make it follow me, bumper to bumper, make it follow me, bumper to bumper. I no motor so tí ó sékè onímọ̀ládé gbé mi dé bẹ́ẹ̀ jígan ẹsẹ̀ mi ò délẹ̀ aláyé mi stop ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ó fẹ́ jẹ́ bí ó tún fẹ́ jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ó pọ̀sẹ̀ àgbáwo fẹ́nu fún fẹ́ so sẹ́yìn àmọ́ra wa ṣe kẹ́ àbínibí yàtọ̀ sábìlìtì ẹ sọ fún wọn tó bá tẹ́rìtì wọ́n máa pa lórí ìtẹnukọ́ ìmí promise àwọn tẹ fọ́ fún mi torí kò sẹ́lù mi mẹ́ni fẹ́ dàbí mi ẹ̀rí bí ẹ̀kọ́ lọ́run tóbi mo dàṣọ ẹbí for my country you can call me Mr. Money. Tranquility, I no get time for the home activity. Only colors that define stability, like a badge, money, long immunity. What's the chances, what's the probability to see a better version of me with agility? No become a reality, open principalities and calamity. But you love me to vanity, baby, not the fortune. She wants it, see them money like 50, dripping like Fiji, I be
Keep it 93.9.
I love DJ OX.
I know it's not easy to understand me. You know I love you, but I'm always on the road. Girl, like you put me in the mood, and I know you want that too. And I gotta show that die for you, Joe. My be me back. I don't make my spanner loose. I don't make my spanner loose. I don't gotta show that die for you, Joe. My be me back. I'm a one life.
saw the thing go from zero to hero. I've been dancing for so long, so long, so long. Now I'm on my knees, I'm singing. Higher, 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 higher. Oh, take me higher, higher, higher. Higher, 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 higher. If it don't be God, tell me no way out for day. If it don't be God, tell me no way out for day. Enemies, they won't bring me down. They can't bring me down, 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 down. They not gonna hold me down. Oluwa hold me down, 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 down. My life is looking so marvelous. Shebi then call me anonymous. This kind of blessing are only us. CCTV and the monitors. CCTV and the monitors.
On lockdown. Well, here's the DJ that's got the jams on lock.
I'm unavailable. They know they see me. I'm unavailable. They know they see me. I'm unavailable. They know they see me. Sorry for who won't be my matter. Sorry, I'm only human. So make nobody para. Say I carry woman. She na man way I for carry. All the rumors. And he said when I talk say I be pastor. You know you. It can walk. It is not. I got no. I'm unavailable. They know they see me. I'm unavailable. They know they see me. I'm unavailable. They know they see me. I'm unavailable. They know they see me.
Living my life, I don't have no time, Shania. Come see me shining. Got too many birds on my IG. Changing my life, oh, how my mama proud in me. She got me going. Different take on my freedom, cause I'm a bit for better. Straight for everyone, straight. You go jealous, got a big banana. I'm a bit for better. Straight for everyone, straight. You go jealous, got a big banana. Cause I'm a bit for better. Straight for everyone, straight. You go jealous, got a big banana. I'm a bit for better. Straight for everyone, what the fuck,
I'm unavailable. They know they see me.
Unleash it on my game. Jiru na jiru, duru na duru. Oluchi, sumami oluchi, aye. Unleash it on the middle. Unleash it on my game. Make my sunshine moonlight. Make a visit front of my yeah. Baby, overcover. Bachi, my brother. You want to, I gotta cover you. Back in this enemy, so I can't touch anyhow. But if you bring her to me, I go touch her hand. Oh yeah, give it to me. Unleash it on the middle. Unleash it on my game. Jiru na jiru, duru na duru. Oluchi, sumami oluchi. Sumami oluchi. Sumami oluchi. Sumami.
right, if you're not tuning to Solutions 939 FM at this point in time, you are wrong because DJ Oleg the Sabbath's beautiful, beautiful beats F to the E to the I to the V to the A, favor with the flavor right here this afternoon. And I have Tommy right with me because this is Saturday Sports Safari. Yes, we discuss sport, but we make sure that you have, an exciting time because we tell you what's trending, we tell you as it go, and as it is that another go? I thought it was another go for Master Villa. I wanted to shout, Kilo Shelley. Solutions 939 FM is the station. You can join us live on Facebook. Solutions 939. Just type Solutions 939 FM. No space, no dot. Solutions 939 FM. All right, before we went on that break, Tommy, welcome back, Alpha.
Oh, thank you.
I've always said that, how will you do on your wedding day? Will you be able to dance or not? Honestly, you don't say think of all legs when they ginger me, like, anyway, that's beside the point. I'm sure Olada Kokunu danced last week Saturday.
That was a fantastic goal right there.
Another goal.
Jacob Rams, that was a fantastic.
Okay, we are moving towards Christmas, so we need to start Christmas when it's near October, November, December. Preparation. Aston Villa 5.
Wow. This is serious.
Brighton and Hove Albion 1. My fantasy is in trouble because it's Stupian. Stupian is there. I mean, I said something. That right wing.
That was poor play.
That right wing is porous. All the goals, or most of the goals, have been coming from that angle.
It's just a totally off day for Brighton today. It's just, I don't know. Maybe the midweek. They play midweek. I think they played in midweek, but that's not even the point. It's just a bad day at the office right now.
And you know the most interesting part?
I think they are getting the taste of their own. What they did to Manchester United last week.
I wanted to hype you small.
Smashing United.
I wanted to hype you small. I wanted to help you again small. But I just leave it. I won't hype. Do you know the most interesting part? Oli Watkins actually gave that assist to Ramsey.
Yeah, and Watkins is on fire.
Oh no. Away from fire, let's talk about fire on the mountain in the Manchester United squad. Like you said, Jadon Sancho. I got the reports over the week that they will intervene. As at yesterday, it's looking as though that relationship has been severed. Like there is no going back, especially with Erik ten Hag.
The Sancho issue is just, I don't know. I've said it when the issue first started. I said it that I'm fully in support of of the manager in this situation, because the manager is in his full rights to maybe criticize his player or tell him what he feels he's not doing right, because he is the manager. He sees what we don't see. But for Sancho, on the other hand, you expect a player like that, a young player, coming up. He has shown some brilliance in the past, but he's still at the how will I put it? Maybe he's getting into the prime of his career. You expect a player like that to adopt a very disciplined approach to the game. Professionalism at all levels, but you don't expect this sort of thing. Fine, what happened? The coach, after a game, he came out and said Sancho. The pressman asked him what about it. He said Sancho has not been training well. And what did the player do? Less than an hour later, he went to social media and and reacted. That was like a direct confrontation against the manager. And you don't do that. In an organization, you don't do that. Even aside from you don't even if you have an issue with your boss, you don't come out in public and go into a direct attack, which I think that was where Sancho got it all wrong. For me, some people have said, why did the manager come out like that? And I said, the manager is in his full rights to come out. He's part of his job. Managers have done that in the past. We have managers have different style of management. some have this calm approach, why some have this carrot and stick approach, because you look at this same Jadon Sancho for the whole of last season, maybe majority of last season, he had this problem he was going through. Ten Hag came out to say he had some mental issues, mental well-being problems, and he backed him all through last season. He even gave him time off. If you remember, he gave him time off to go to Holland to rehab and recuperate and get back in shape. So now this is a manager that's backed you for a whole season. So even since he came into the club, since Sergio came into the club, he has not really hit that height we saw him hit at Borussia Dortmund. But the whole of last season, the coach came out. Coming into this season, I think the first few games he showed some good, he gave some good, but after then we've not seen anything from him. And after the Arsenal game, they were wondering, okay, what's going on with, maybe we had injuries or what's going, but the coach, I think at that point he was probably frustrated, having done all he could have done, because this is a football manager at a club like Manchester United. You don't expect the manager to spend all his time, pampering one particular player. You have 30 players, to look after, so you cannot spend all your time. And I'm sure the moment Ten Hag came out that day to mention that Sancho isn't giving him what he wants in training, and I'm sure he has gotten to the point of frustration, which I don't fault him. Now it was probably he was expecting Sancho to react, in another way, but Sancho reacted in another way, which is wrong if you look at it from a professional. So for Sancho, I think the boy is just too egoistic for me. For a player like that, I think and the club has said, okay, come out and apologize, but he has refused. So he has been banished, from the first team facility. I think he's training alone now. He's
been banished everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere until he apologizes. And I keep wondering what will make a player like Sancho, take this route. This is, you look at it. Last season, this same manager backed you. He shielded you from the public.
Maybe he is not yet fully healed. If you're talking about apologies, the Napoli side did not apologize.
No, Napoli is a different case.
I know. Napoli did not apologize. I mean, this kind of racist. Look at the way he was being dragged, being humiliated. I'm sure even.
Are you talking of Sancho?
I'm not talking me, Sancho. I'm not Sancho. Okay. I'm talking about Victor Osimhen here.
Okay, that's another.
I mean, I had the video. I saw the video. At least one of the videos. There were two videos that were posted concerning Victor Osimhen. The first thing that came to my mind is this club is an ingrate. Why? Number one, he helped you to get your title last season. Although he missed the penalty, should that now be a criteria to be racist? That's the second thing that came to my mind. And then you came out to say that Victor Osimhen's reaction to delete most of his Instagram page or Instagram pictures wearing the Napoli jersey was just based on instinct. You spoke without saying we are sorry for posting such a video. If it was not on the Napoli, page, we understand. But on that page,
I think the Osimhen saga is a ridiculous situation. How can a club? This is a player. This is not just an ordinary player for you. This is one of your key players. In fact, even over the most important player on Napoli side. He played a huge part, in winning your first title in 30 years. And now this season, he has started on in a little bit of rough patch. All you needed to do was just back him, not going on social media and mocking him. I mean, I found it just saddening, And what even made it more sad, people said the club should come out, and the club, after they just came out, I saw it as a reluctance, They came out reluctantly. When I saw that statement, I even got more angry because I said to somebody, if I was Victor Osimhen and seeing that statement, I would even be more angry, because what the TikTok, whatever, they went on social media to make a gesture of him, and you don't expect that from a club, doing that to if it was a rival club, fine, everybody will understand that, it was a rival club, maybe mocking you, but bantering your own, but you don't banter your own player on social media in the public. It doesn't make any sense, all because he missed the penalty, and this is where the racism conversation comes in again. People have fine even because if you know Italian clubs traditionally they've had this issue. There's this systemic racism hint in most of the things they, especially to black players. So people have brought that in, concerning this Osimhen saga, and said maybe, and this is also, a form of racism, in that way, because I don't no club has ever done that. I can't remember, in the history of football, mocking your own player for
what Napoli cannot do does not exist. An update right here in the Serie A. Lecce Napoli 1-0. To make it interesting, Napoli is leading 26 minutes into that game. Victor Osimhen not part of the starting 11 is a substitute today.
Yeah. I think it's just is understandable.
Understandable. You sure it's not related to the...
Well, it might be related. The coach might just want to take him off the public eye for a while. So I think it's maybe that's why he's not starting. If he's not injured, I don't see any reports. Maybe the coach has a different idea due to what we've just said. Maybe just to take him out of the firing line. I can
out
understand.
Of the firing line or out of
because he played for them in midweek and he scored. He got a goal in the Copa.
This is before the statement was made. The no apology statement was made.
The statement was made after that midweek game.
Was it made after?
Yeah, it was after. Yeah, after he scored.
The Napoli side. But at the same time, well, let's see. Probably he's going to be brought in. But at the moment, in the Serie A, Lecce Napoli leading 1-0. Later on today, by 5 o'clock, AC Milan will be up against Lazio. But Salernitana will be up against Inter Milan. I will take more fixtures right here for Bundesliga, the German Bundesliga. Borussia Mönchengladbach will be up against Bochum. That will be by 2:30. Right, yes. And same time, FC Köln will take on Stuttgart. Anderlecht will be up against Union Berlin. Mainz will be up against Bayern Leverkusen, while Wolfsburg will host Eintracht Frankfurt. By this is going to be 8:30. RB Leipzig will be taking on Bayern Munich. I will go on a commercial and then we talk more concerning other stories making the rounds in the world of sport. Max Verstappen was on the news for Formula One, boxing today, but most of all, it's the NPFL that is starting today by 3 o'clock. In the French Ligue 1, Paris Saint-Germain will take on Clermont by 4 o'clock. What? Another goal? Another goal? I'm done. Mic drop. Marcel and Monaco today. Oles, DJ Oles, I want to play music. This is interesting me today. I'm interested in this. Fantastic. Oh.
Make with you, like it when you touch your toe. Make me want to lose control. Baby, you know killing me, oh. Come close, I'ma make with you. Like it when you touch your toes. Make me want to lose control. Baby, you know killing me, oh. Baby, you know killing me, oh.
I want to meet your brother.
Oluchi, nigga, Luman, baby, debe. Oluchi, Otachu, me, that be your mother, so I'm Gucci. We go turn up. Properties for color. Free your ex or more color. Because why you go leave a girl like you? Oluchi, your loving done day was my tata. Oluchi, me no feel if you full another. Oluchi, this loving girl in my mental. Physical, record, my placenta. Hey, come close, I'ma make with you. Like it when you touch.
Dynamic Pillars Montessori International Schools, Ibadan. The latest admirable, attractive, and acceptable Montessori schools in Ibadan City with global standard of teaching, unique learning aids, and world-class academic facilities in a serene environment. Wow! Few students in a class with all conveniences, parent and guidance. Dynamic Pillars is the best place where your dearest child can have the best educational legacy. The school has the best set of professional teachers with brilliant and effective educational activities such as Montessori skills, smart helping game clinic for vocabulary development, arts, crafts and design, diction and communication, French, music and game language mechanics, indoor and outdoor games, and lots more. Available classes are crèche, daycare, preschool, after school, primary and secondary school classes from JSS1. Entrance examination on request. Enroll your child now at Dynamic Pillars Montessori International Schools, New Garage Bus Stop, Akpata, or First Gate, Owode Estate, Akpata, Ibadan. Telephone 080-2342-1126. Dynamic Pillars Schools. Your child deserves the best.
Omo, our eye don't see way for this cash palava. As conductor dey shout.
As you enter, sweater with your change.
Market women go dey holla.
I beg, this somebody don't say, I no fit collect now.
Supermarket people go dey tell you say,
okay, we don't get change. I beg, use and take sweet now.
when you come see that better yama roasted fish wey don dey hungry you since you come.
I no carry my wallet come out too.
See, life not suppose hard like this, so now make all of us for Nigeria they pay for everything with Momo. Dial star 671 hash or download the new Momo app. Make you follow enjoy this better life. Momo, better than cash.
One day, na so bag with plenty money just appear for inside one Olanrewaju compound. 2 seconds, everywhere burst.
Let me get a bag. May nobody see my radar.
Hey.
Let me face him. Make I not see you near
You say waiting. As the landlord of this yard, so let me be the rightful owner of that
Hey, Oga landlord, who could not find your size? We die here.
bag. Come on, see. Come on, you won't collect.
Now who come get this bag? Now for the new series, Akpo, we go know.
Follow the Yawa way buster.
Sake of this bag where money full on top the new Africa Magic Show, Akpo. Come see the long throat and Kasala way scatter ground from 18 September every Monday and Tuesday by 6:30 for evening on Top Africa Magic, Yoruba Channel 2, Go TV. Love it.
Hey kids, are you ready for the October 1st party? Well, there is more. Small Foods is coming on Tehillah with amazing gift prizes this Sunday. I'm talking about cartons of biscuits, cartons of yali bread, packs of sweets and chewing gum, teacaps, t-shirts, and so much more. Tune in 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. with Vic Riches this Sunday to participate and win. Small Foods, love at first bite. Exclusive to Solutions 93.9.
Ocean cruise, someone are you, when they meet them so. Come along, babe, listen I say, cause I don't cruise. I do as you do, cause me I don't dare, me I feel good. But if you give me one shot or two, I doubt if I go feel you try Boski. Alrighty, I didn't me shine on me. You try Boski. Alrighty, I didn't me shine on me. You try Boski. Alrighty, I didn't me shine on me.
Valentin takakuyikushongembi akazwano make believe sing it usubumeza bakwazi fika nababekile galaxies sibuyeka sekafumbile amatebo sephelile kodubuna tabuphela ubuna tungatest ubuna tubungazi zulimala we kodubuna tubungana ubuna okaphela ubuna tubungazi zulimala we
I'm levitating, I feel like Susie when you whisper nakupenda. The thing you put for this your dollar. Got my heart and my soul on love. And I wanna go crazy with you. Through the night till the sun come out. Let's do it all for love. There's nothing for any quarrel. I never wanna lose this. To you I belong. This must be love.
Did they do me wow wow? Scatter my internal. Baby on insala. Killing me kitana. Check all of bizarre. Affection in the lala. Every no desala. Killing me kitana. Did they do me wow wow wow? Scatter my internal. Baby on insala. Killing me kitana. Check all of bizarre. Affection in the lala. Every no desala. Killing me kitana. Everything you do me, I like. My best friend, the love of my life. I know fit day without. I be you want make it bad, me love my hold on to. Girl, you know care I did for you. I go on the matter for me and you. Make I be the reason believing true love. Why I call you Ngozi? God don't bless me Ngozi. No deserve this kind loving. The loving where you show me. Private lounging in Paris. With expensive room service. Don't want make me do like this. Girl, I got you, no worries. No worries.
No worries, right here on your Remedy Radio Dial Solutions 93.9 FM. Crayon R-Star Ungazi. Well, it's a Saturday Sports Safari. Favor with the flavor in the building. DJ Olex giving me the vibe. And then to me right here. Let's go to Ungazi. Since it's a local name, let's talk about the local scene. NPFL. Actually, is it Nigeria Premier Football League?
We don't,
Nigeria Professional Football League?
NPFL. Are you sure it's still NPFL?
It's NPFL.
Nigeria Professional or Premier? Which
we are at the moment we're not sure.
We are never sure.
We'll go with what we have. We shall know
it is. Never sure.
In Nigeria. We just know it is hashtag
Let's just say NPFL. NPFL.
This is it. Hashtag NPFL 24. And it's tagged here that the NPFL.
So what's the P? What does the P stand for? That's what I want to know.
Don't give me an exam. I'm not ready to play to have this examination at this.
Nigeria.
God bless Nigeria. Tomorrow we're celebrating independence. Well, very good because the draws have been made, and today we have various games like 3 o'clock. Let's start with Sporting Lagos, and that's the new
kid on the block.
The new
Or
kid
the
on
new
the
cat.
the new kid on the block, relegated by Ladapo Kunbi, taking on Sporting Lagos. They will be up against a team today. I'll check it. I mean, can they actually perform? This is a new, fresh start for them.
You mean Sporting Lagos?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
it's left to be seen. This is your first. I think this is your first ever.
Yes, they will be up against Gombe United.
This will be their first ever top flight game in the league, professional league game, MPFL game. So, well, I think they should be able to perform. We saw what they did in the Super 8, Super 6, the preliminaries before the season started, and they showed some good signs of a good team. So against Gombe United, and also being their first ever, this is their maiden game in the professional top flight. So let's hope they perform and get a decent result, especially playing at Lagos and they are home, at the Mobalaji Johnson. I think that's going to be it's going to be a party right there in Lagos. If you look at one thing I like about Sporting Lagos, aside the football, they try to create this atmosphere, around their games, and I think it might be an advantage for them, this season, especially being a new team, and we know the way the MPFL works. You have to take advantage of your home games if you want to stand any chance of doing well in the league. So I think for Sporting Lagos, I think they should have a decent start against Gombe United.
Okay, so it is party up on party. So Gombe United will be like the party rider, party rider, party rider. Jonas.
I'm a party rider. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm a party rider. 1, 2. Follow me and be a ride. 1, 2. Anywhere, wherever. 1, 2. I'm a party rider. Follow me and be a ride. Anywhere, wherever. Let's go, yeah. Let's go, let's go, let's go. 1, 2. Let's go, yeah. Let's go, 1, 2. You be wanting to wild lately. You need time to come a party. I'm a party rider. Anytime, whenever. I'm a top the read and my rock shows on the destiny. Give me a binny. Just for sure now ability. Don't worry. Ben you don't look what I'm a worry. Don't blame me. I'm about to make my shit up. Share me. You want me to say something because no shaking to the music. I like what I get that. I just be me like. My friends say I'm flexing. I know me smarting. I like the way you roll it. 316. That's why we follow the melody. You don't wanna stop in the kitchen anytime I can't pull my son. Pull my son. Baby jack him up. Send nobody. Kill us all. Pull my son. Let's go, yeah. Let's go, yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2. Kill us all. 1, 2. I'm a party right now. Anywhere, wherever.
Party rider there, right? Nice. Well, the game for the MPFL postponed are Imba United and Bendel Insurance, where Remo Stars game with Rivers United has been postponed. But later today, earlier we heard it was going to be 3, now it's 4 o'clock. Abia Warriors will be up against Niger Tornadoes. Aqua United will be on the road to play by Yelsa United. Enugu Rangers will host Doma United, while Atland will be up against Lobby Stars. There's going to be a very interesting game with Inquiry United and Katsina United as Shooting Stars Sports Club of Ibadan taken Plateau United. Caterpillars will take on Sunshine Stars. Well, going back to the games in the La Liga, Getafe 85 minutes, 10-man VRL holding fourth. It's goalless at the moment. Mallorca will be up against Real Vallecano. Girona will take on Real Madrid. Real Sociedad will be up against Atletico Bilbao. In the Serie A, AC Milan, Lazio, Salernitana, Inter still 1-0 between Lecce and Napoli. Most of the games in the Bundesliga have started for today. Bochum and Borussia Mönchengladbach goalless. FC Köln and Stuttgart goalless. RDM Union Berlin, Mainz by Leverkusen, Wolfsburg, Eintracht Frankfurt all goalless at this point. And very soon we'll see The games in the Premier League take off. First match for today over. Aston Villa defeated Brighton 6-1.
That was a trashing.
It was a trashing.
Throbbing.
Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It means 2 to make it, a spelling of Brighton. Well, Arsenal with Austin, I'll be on the road to play Bournemouth. I think this should be a very easy game for Arsenal.
Well, it should be easy on paper, but it's, we know.
Why are you so pessimistic?
No, that's the truth. Now, on paper, yeah, it's easy, but it's always tricky, in the Premier League. No games are easy. There are no easy games in the Premier League. If it was easy, Brighton wouldn't trash Manchester United last week by 4. So.
What you're even making yourself seem as though
but Arsenal should be able to.
You're the best in the world.
No, Arsenal should be able to get a win against Bournemouth. If they want to, if they still have aspirations to lift the title, because right now they are 5th currently, so 6th, yeah. You see, so they need to win, get points as quick as possible.
All right, Everton has been doing well. They'll be up against New Boys Luton Town. I'm very sure it's going to be very easy for Everton to do this. Easy peasy.
I don't trust Everton.
Why do you say so? The last 3 matches or thereabouts,
well,
they've been delivering
back
back
to
to
back.
back.
2 games, but before then they've been disappointing. Though I hope they've.
This is Luton.
Yeah, this is Luton. Yeah, Luton should be a walkover. It should be
a very easy peasy game for them. Manchester United, Crystal Palace. I'm going to leave that till we finish. Newcastle, big boys. Newcastle that defeated Manchester City in the Carabao will be up against Burnley. West Ham United will take on Sheffield United, while Manchester City will be, on the road to play Wolves. 3 o'clock today. It's going to be goal rush. You can go check out these matches and let's see how many goals we can get at this period in time. While Liverpool, who is also in trouble with injury, will be up against Tottenham. Now let's look at Manchester United Crystal Palace so we can wrap up the show today.
Yeah, Crystal Palace, Man U, I think it should be a good game. We remember Crystal Palace, both teams face each other on Wednesday, and Man U got the win.
So they should be able to get the password.
And they are at Old Trafford, so I expect them to also get another one against
I've heard. Yeah. I hear you.
I expect.
You expect.
Yeah.
All right, no problem. Everybody that joined today, I say thank you very much. I won't forget the CAF Champions League qualification that's going on as well. We have the CAF Confederation Cup too, right there. I won't be able to take it, but please go check out the matches at the NPFL. Okay, Bayer Leverkusen scored 1 goal against Mainz just now. Van der Berg, it was an own goal. That's it. It's raining own goals today. DJ Olex, what's up? Thank you. Go on a music break, come back, and I say bye-bye.
Only reason that every year I'm getting money, every season. And I think where I get it plenty. Only reason now Baba God they do one for me every season. Only reason, only reason that every year I'm getting money, every season. And I think where I get it plenty. Only reason now Baba God they do one for me every season. Only reason. I never talk before, but I go talk again. I never talk before, but I go talk again. Nobody better pass off lately.
I love DJ Olex.
I never do one before, I never do one again. If you don't know me before, you need to know me again. Nobody better pass off lately. Nobody better pass off lately.
I love DJ Olex.
hunting. You be hunter, you continue hunting. And that one thing will lead to one thing. And that one thing will lead to something. And what they do, how you know they fronting. Straight to the point, you know, get time for long thing. Oh, you think may belonging. Bad girl, you are looking for trouble. If you try me, I'ma give it to you double. Right now, I'ma take it to my room. I'ma have you screaming, it's W. Bad girl, you are looking for trouble. If you follow me, I'ma give it to you double. And the way you put it on me, I don't need nobody to tell me. Say you bad, you want it. 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 I know you want it 'cause you bad. 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 See this lepa to bad, oh. Lepa to bad. See this lepa to bad, oh. Lepa to bad, oh. Oroba to bad, oh. Oroba to bad, oh. Oroba to bad, oh. Oroba to bad, oh. Woman boshendo, woman boshendo, no. Woman boshendo, where mo fedo. You woman boshendo, boshendo, no. Woman boshendo, where mo fedo. Money talo lama, before they start to call me goma. Baby Oshana, oh lama. So the ginger me down, oh ya jama. That's all. Just they make me the colo. What do you give me? I don't know, girl. If I catch you for corner, go chop you up like two. You bad, you want it. 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 I know you want it 'cause you bad. 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 See this lepa to bad, oh. Lepa to bad. See this lepa to bad, oh. Lepa to bad, oh. Oroba to bad, oh. Oroba to bad, oh. Oroba to bad, oh. Oroba to bad, oh.
Hey, sexy girl, you know you turn me on. You make me wanna rock your body till the early morning. Girl, I like the way you twist and wind, the way you back that thing up on me, girl, you blow my mind. 'Cause I wanna be close to you today. I want you to stay with me, baby, today. I wanna make love to you today. 'Cause baby, you bad, you bad, you bad.
You want it, you bad, you want it, you bad, you want it, you bad, you want it. I know you want it 'cause you bad, you want it 'cause you bad, you want it 'cause you bad, you want it 'cause you bad. See this lepa to bad, oh. Lepa to bad. See this lepa to bad, oh. Lepa to bad, oh. Boy, kiss daddy, yeah. I know I'm crazy, but this is all I afford you. Fuck you, baby. In a power, me see you. Girl, I'm feeling you. I'm feeling you. Ooh. Hey, turn around, my baby. See you fast. Everything I give to you, girl, I don't want it back. Say I'm ready to be yours forever. I don't want another. Say don't you worry, girl, you can't take me away.
Oh, you don't have to take me away. I'm taking myself away right here. I have to take myself away. I gotta take myself away. I gotta say bye-bye. Thanks to everybody on Facebook. Tommy, thank you very much. You're anti-Barcelona, but you're rooting for Real Madrid.
I'm anti-Barcelona.
I didn't say anything, but you gave this prediction. Girona will be tough for Real Madrid.
Girona might just pose a little challenge because Girona has been doing some good things this season and unexpectedly. So, but against Real Madrid, well, I hope Real Madrid can turn up this game. It might be a challenge because they are going away to Girona, and based on what Girona has done this season, it might be a really tough one for Real Madrid. But you never know. Madrid can just pull out. They have a way of pulling out those surprises. So
don't be using words like that. Like really, don't pull out surprises. But anyways, if Real Madrid should win this game today, they'll be on 21 points. If Girona can win, Girona will be on 22 points over Barcelona. But with as it is, if there is a draw, 20 points for
Girona. They're looking like
19 points for Real Madrid.
They're looking like the dark horses this season.
And it's just one. The goal difference is just one.
Yep.
And if Girona can score over 2 goals today, they will be above Barcelona, leading the league. Well, that's as far that we can go. Oliemi, Jafet Kiev, thank you very much. Imafoje Peter, Oluwakaya Day, and Sikuru, and everybody that joined today. Thank you very much. Probably by Monday I'll be back. But my name is Favor Olorontola. DJ Lex, thank you. Tommy, it's been a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have yourself a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye. My name is Favor with a flavor. Favor Olorontola. Info.
Search for a babe. In my shoe, I be the ladies. All of the girls see the fade. I got you all of my day. Follow me, all of my day.